That's going to give us the other... Oh, I should have saved at some point. Alright guys, I finally made it back here. I did have to fight the Liliths again and fall off to my death. What's up everybody, Badass Games? Welcome back to Tomb Raider Redemption! If you remember in the last video, we raised these two levers on each side of the main hall here, and we're going to begin pulling these things and going inside of them to see what's going on. We already got one Sword of Azazel, so let's see what's in. Let's see what's back here. Let's recap on our inventory here. We got our pistols with some 302 ammo in it. We got a levitation soul, which lets us use those spheres to fly up in the air. We have our diary or vitality soul, which I haven't been able to use. I don't think I can use them in the normal mode. But anyway, vitality crystal. That means we have one completed. We got to collect 4 crystal pieces in order to get a vitality crystal. We only have one completed. We only have 1 crystal. We have 5 codex pages and 9 skull bashers, 7 visibility souls. I've been using those though, and we've got a plethora of weaponry, and we were going to have our last set of weaponry here by the end of the video. So it's all cool. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Now I went to the I suppose to be the left as you are facing all the statues. We come into this room and you'll notice that there is a lot of lava down there, and there's a couple of platforms over there that you can't reach, and yeah, that's interesting. Oh, let's take a look at this over here. Right above Lara's head there's an opening. There might be something back there, but what we want to notice is there's a crack in the wall here, and there's also one on the other side, but it doesn't take you anywhere. You want to fall off this thing backwards and then shimmy to the left. And then we can pull ourselves up right here, jump up to grab this ledge so that way we can shimmy over and fall off just fine right here. Let's get the shotgun out because we got to fight some kobolds, and we know how to deal with these guys. Just pop them with your shotgun and then get your pistols out and finish them off. Same old story. Now before we go in there, we want to take a look right here. There is a visibility soul back here. I'm not sure how many of these give you. So I used one to get one, right? Excellent. Okay, so let's go back in this side, and we'll see that there's a slope right here that we can jump on. And we're gonna want to pull ourselves up and then jump and jump again to grab this ledge. And there's another kobold. Ass can get wasted. Let's finish him off. Alright, and let's just save the game. Okay, now what I want to do is we want to run and jump over to this ledge over here. Now be careful, I think there is either a ledge bug or maybe he designed it so that way you can't grab it on certain spots and you might miss, so there is that. Alright, run and jump over to this ledge. And we also want to run and jump over to this ledge right here. And then there's a switch right here that is going to lower the zip line thing. Looks like a some bat wings, like you're gonna glide. It's like a glider. So we're gonna be using that here in a little bit, but don't forget to take out the ammunition that's in this chest. Just plop it in your backpack, and then you want to fall off safely down here. You'll still take a little bit of damage, but it's not significant at all. Let's go over here to this thing, use the action button and hold that thing the entire trip, otherwise you'll fall off. And then when she's about in this room, just let go. The thing explodes, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's go over here and open this chest to get some more ammunition. There's also a chest here to fill your life up if you need it. Right over there. We don't need it. Pull this lever. It's going to raise some of those platforms, but also spawn Azazel once again with this attack. Just dodge that real quick. Finished him off on the way in. Okay, so we pulled this lever, and we're going to be back to pull that lever a couple more times here, but it raised some of these platforms, but they're by no means in the proper position to fully appreciate this area, but it did raise this one right here that you can run and jump to. It raised those ones over there, but we can't stand on it. We can't get on those ones, so this is where we want to be. We want to get our crossbow out, and you might want to get back as far as you possibly can on this platform. And then aim down to that crystal down there, that red sword, and hit that. Now you might have an issue hitting it because there is a door decoration that, I mean, this was covered by a door, and so you might be hitting that. So good luck to you. Try to hit that. Try to get as far back as possible. That's why I told you to go back as far back as possible. So, all right, now it raised some of these platforms or readjusted them. We now can go over to the other side over here. It allows access to this crystal this time, so we can shoot that one. That one's easier to shoot. Oh, this is the one that's giving me issues now, huh? Well, that's odd, because I didn't have an issue with this one, but I had an issue with the other one before. Alright, well, if it's giving you trouble, just keep shooting at it like I'm doing. Okay, there we go, finally. Alright, once again, it's readjusting the platforms, but I can't reach that platform. That's too high for that one right there. So, we've exhausted all of our possibilities here. There are no more crystals to shoot, so let's just go back over here and pull this lever once again. Alright, now we did some damage. Now we can get to some places. Okay, so, all of the platforms on the left and right side are all at the same height. And there's two rooms that you want to get into here, okay? There's one on the north and one on the south side. We're going to want to go on the one on the north side here first, but there's one up there, and then there's also one up there. So let's go to that one first. Hop up here. Now, it looks like you can't, you know, land on these, but you can actually jump really simply onto these things, so they're really nicely spaced. Alright, let's run and jump into here. And there's going to be a button here. Now, the thing is, we need to press both of the buttons so you can see the opening over there on the other side. But by pressing that button, it lowered that platform over there, so we can't get to it. What we need to do in order to get to this platform is we need to get on top of this one right here, and then we can run and jump over to this one and finally get up to this area. Alright, now inside of here there is another button, and then once again it's going to adjust the platforms. Once again, oh, look at that one way over there in the distance. Alright, that one's really high, so I would suggest that we go over there, but let's take another look around while we're here. Oh, look at that, there's another opening right there. Okay, so we can definitely get there now as long as we don't fall in the lava. Speaking of which, I should save my game. Done. Okay, so let's continue on. Up and up we go. Alright, now we want to aim for this roofing here. Okay, now to the left, that's the proper way to go, but we want to shimmy over here to the right. Because we're going to go in that opening now. And here we are. Here is a crystal piece. Now we should have two, unless you went the other direction and got some out of the stuff. There are several different directions you can go from here. So there's that. And this passageway back here, that's really dark, that just leads you back down. You can't do anything from there. That's in for later. In case you didn't get the crystal before, you can get it. There's a door down there. You can see it shut right now. I believe that's the door that we're going to come to if you didn't get the secret before. Okay, now we got to get back. That's the hard part, right? We got to make sure that we, well, actually, you can do this. This is probably the easiest way. Just got to shimmy all the way back, and I know it takes a while. But we're nowhere near done with this room, by the way. There's a lot more to go, so... yeah, he didn't design these areas, like, for you to just go zip right through like they did in Anniversary, or in any of the other Crystal Dynamics games. Each of the areas you spend some time at. Okay, so this was the proper way to go. Here is a crawl space. It's kind of dark. I'll go ahead and light a flare for you. Really don't have to worry about much though, because there's no traps or anything. But just so you can see, it's also really dark in this area. And there's some hand ledges. Okay, let's get up on top of there. And we're basically going back to that area where we fought Azazel when we got in this section. Problem here though, my flare died, so if I try to turn around and jump I won't be able to grab anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly jump up in the air real quick so she can dispose of that thing, and then we can jump around and grab this thing properly. Otherwise I would have faced a flare death. Okay, now we want to climb on this section right here because we're going to get on the monkey bars, and I've been having an issue where she won't get on the monkey bars, so I have to go down real quick and then back up and then use the trick, the new move to get on the monkey bars. But the thing is make sure you come back up, otherwise she'll turn around and jump off and fall down to her death. So don't let that happen. Alright, so monkey bar our way around. And then we can let go here. And finally, we see a ledge over there. Now be careful. There is, you know, take a look up real quick. There's a tile up there that will prevent you from making your jump. So you can either aim for the ledge over there all the way here on the left-hand side of the tile, or there's another tile you can land on that's just to the left down there. Like you can land on that slope and then shimmy over and then pull yourself up over there and make a small little jump over to this section right here. We'll find a Sword of Azazel. Thank you, Azazel. Okay, so by doing that, or actually this may have already been opened, but there's another crystal sword here, a blue one. Don't know if there's any difference between the red and blue. I think they're just different colors. Shoot that so that way we solidify the lava there, opens this gate so we can come back out here. And now what we want to do is, it doesn't look like we can get back. We need to get back. We need to go back up to that, where we came from, which is all the way up there in the distance. But we can't get there because all the platforms are not in the position that they need to be. So let's pull this switch. It's going to readjust some of them so that way we can get back. And now you may be thinking, oh yay, let's go back. You know, we got all the ledges back where they need to be. And that would be the wrong answer because we are missing something. Look at the flashy, glowy blue thing up there. Okay. If you don't do this, then we will miss a secret. We'll miss a skull basher. Enter here and push this button right here. Okay, that's gonna open. You hear the door open, and that's a door down below that we will go into a little bit later, but not right now. Let me just save my game real quick in case I miss this jump. Okay, good. Okay, same button that we pressed before, just like the other side. Just like the other side, people. Except that this door is now open. Okay? So now we're going to press this button. Alright. Now if you look at the platforms, you'll notice that, oh look, this platform is now high enough so we can reach that other platform. Well, isn't that just sweet? This is a very, very intricate secret, and it's very well thought out, and I appreciate the complexity of this one. So, what we want to do is we want to hop up to this ledge, and then we want to, you know, make our way into here, so we claim a dark key. Now, just by picking up the key, it's going to cause, you know, events to occur. Save the game here, might as well. Roll off here, and then we can't go that way, actually. We need to run and jump off this thing over to this platform right over there. But now look what happened. We lost our the height on this platform, so how are we going to get back? Well, let's go try pulling that lever again that was in the room over here. It didn't want to make this easy. Alright, let's throw this thing. If I can. Well, that didn't do any good. Alrighty then. Maybe it's high enough already. Maybe I'm spazzing out here. Oh no, I'm ridiculous. We need to use the key that I just got. I can't believe I totally spaced that out. Okay. We want to jump up onto this tile where we're on the north side. Okay, this is the door that opened down below that we heard. We're going to go in there right now. Do not mistake that for the other door that I was mentioning on the other side to go up there and get the crystal piece. So what we want to do to get inside of this door is stand here and then grab in the air, slide right on in. And there is the key holder, and it's kind of dark here, but I guarantee you there's nothing to look at in this hallway. Maybe some textures, but... And here we go. This door opens, and we find a Skull Basher. And it's the 10th Skull Basher. We get our final weapons, the Uzis. So that's pretty slick. And yeah, we're going to be putting those to good use. Alright, so that's cool. Now we got to get back safely, right? Without dying. Let's run and jump over to here. And we're going to just basically make our way back by picking up the Skull Basher, or maybe even by putting the key in, one of the two, causes this platform to raise again, so that way we can get back and miss the jump. Alright, I'll see you guys back at the spot. Alright, badassgamez, I'm making jumps to get out of here. Alright, I just picked up the Skull Basher, and finally, see how stylish I can be. There we go. Just gotta show off every once in a while. Okay, so let's go back to the main area where we had all the statues of Azazel, and I'll tell you right now, the sword is gonna go into one of those statues, but the problem is we don't have the other two swords, so we're gonna go get those right about now. I'm gonna save my game real quick. Alright, now let's head on over to the other side of this room, where we'll find that other switch that we brought up here. We should have already gotten the ammunition out of the chest. If not, then there's the chest right there. Here is the switch that we moved up here. Let's move. Let's turn this thing. It's going to open that door for us. And for some reason, I don't know, she takes a step back on those things. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Let's go up these steps and into the next puzzle. Okay, showing us some bridges that are going down. He's kind of giving you a hint here as to how to solve this puzzle. Okay, so over here to the left there is a ammo chest, so let's grab some of that stuff. And then as you can see at the end of that little cutscene, we saw that all the bridges went up. Well, we need to get across there. There's no way we can fall off right here. So let's go over here and pull this lever. Now, we're at the south side. Let's actually check the compass. I usually never use the compass, but it's going to be coming very, very handy here. So we're facing south, okay? So this is going to be known as the south switch. The south switch inverts either it inverts the south bridge and the north bridge. So this bridge that right here and then bridge up north have switched. So every time you press that switch, it's going to invert those whatever position it's in. It'll just switch it. Okay, so when we come out here to the center area, you can go down there if you want, but the gate's going to block you and there's nothing over there. But if you turn to the right, you'll notice that there is a red crystal sword. So let's get out our crossbow, shoot that thing out. It's kind of hard to hit because there is decoration around here, so try to line yourself up properly to hit that. What hitting that did is it dropped this trap door, so that way we can go down inside of here now. Now be careful because you can die here. Hit the lava, you die, but it's pretty easy to make your jump over to this platform. Okay, another one of those crystal swords right here in the distance raises these two platforms for you so you can hop on over. Now we're making our way over to this side over here. Okay, you can see this ledge sticking out. You can actually grab this and pull up. She's immune to the lava there for a split second. You want to run and jump from the corner of this to this flat, or to this spot where you can run on, and pull up, and around this corner you will find another lever. Now this lever is on the east side. Okay, we're actually facing, I'm sorry, it's the west, we're on the west side. It's underneath, though. It's actually a lower portion. Everything up is up above. By the way, there is no north switch, so this could be considered as the north switch, I suppose, but it's actually the on the west side, so we'll call it the west bottom switch. The west bottom switch is going to invert the south and east bridges, so once we do that, let's pick up the skull here. Okay, that's another flare. It's kind of dark back here, but don't worry about that. Now, in order to get back, what you need to do is you may notice off in the distance there's another blue crystal sword that we need to shoot out. So let's shoot that thing, blow it up, and it's going to cause one of those air jump things to spawn, so we can use that to get back up to the bridge level. So let's do this. Now I've had an issue where she wouldn't jump and grab in the air, so let's hope I don't have that issue right here. And in fact, I'll probably just save my game here as soon as I get set up. Alright, let's do this. There we go. Just grab the ledge there and pull yourself up. Okay, now, remember I said the south bridge and the east bridge both inverted, so as you can see, that's reflected there. Let's go ahead and pull this switch. It's going to invert the south and north bridges, so we can cross the bridge, but the north bridge is now up. Okay, but now we can also cross to the east side. So let's go over here and cross to the east side. We see another switch. And this switch, the only thing that this switch is going to do is invert the west bridge, the one that's across the way. So this only flips one bridge, and that's the one across the way. So now we can go over there if we want to, but before we do that, let's go over here to this dark area and go inside of here. Let's light a flare because it is dark in here. There's a couple of cubbies. One of them, in fact, has a crystal piece. Alright, now we're one crystal piece away from increasing our our life total. Let's go over here and we'll find this valve that we're going to need to turn, because this is going to create a platform in the lava all the way over toward the Sword of Azazel. So make sure you turn that thing, and then let's head back. Alright, we're done in this dark area. Come back out over here by the bridge, and now let's cross it, but this time when we go toward the other side, we're going to spawn some Azazels, so there's two of them. Be careful. They can knock you off, just watch your footing. They also shoot projectiles. There we go, now I'm landing some hits. Alright, now they're disposed of, let's go over here and flip this switch. We are on the west side here, so let's flip the west switch. The west switch is going to invert the west bridge and the north bridge. Okay, so if we look, we see that my bridge went up, and so did that bridge over here where it was up before is now down toward the north side. So that's cool and all. Oops, I didn't want to fall down there. There's some more stuff up there, but I guess I'll get that here in a little bit. We want to bypass this switch. We did eventually want to fall down here anyway, so we'll go get the other stuff here in a second, though. Alright, so let's run and jump back up to here, okay? Like I said, we want to bypass that switch for now. Actually, we're done with that switch. We're also done with the south switch, this switch over here, okay? We don't need to pull that one. If we pull it, then we actually lose access to the center here, which is what we don't do. The only bridge that is up is this west one, so in order to open the gate over there, that gate that leads to the Sword of Azazel, as you can see, there's still a gate blocking our way. Well, in order to open that gate, you need to make sure that all of the drawbridges are down. And remember that I told you before, the east switch only operates the west bridge, so that's the only one that's up. So as soon as we invert that, we drop all the bridges, okay, and it lowers that gate for us. Okay, normally from here I'd go and get a secret, but like I said, I forgot some stuff over here, so let's go get this real quick, and then we'll head back and get that secret, and then we'll go get that Sword of Azazel. There's a health box over there if you need it. There's nothing in this corridor, but I'll light a flare anyway to show you guys what's up. Show you guys the pretty texturing. Okay, the only thing that was over here is a pistol ammo chest. So now that we have that, let's head back. And now we want to go back across the bridge, at least I do, because I would have gotten that secret. But I would have gotten that if I didn't fall in that hole first, so let's get rid of this flare in case I do a flare death. Now there is a secret that we need to get while we're over here. What we need to do is we need to fall off backwards from this ledge. Let me save my game just in case something crazy happens. But do not grab the ledge. You want to act like you're going to grab the ledge by pressing the action button, but you want to make sure she doesn't grab the ledge and she'll slip right on inside of here. And it does take some life, so be careful. And here is the Skull Basher that we were looking for. Okay, so this should be Skull Basher number 11 if you're following the walkthrough. And that's cool. So now we need to get back, and that's the tough part. Actually, it's pretty simple. It's just kind of time-consuming. We want to run and jump over to this platform over here that we made before, and then we just want to make our way back over to the air jump. We're going to use the air jump again to get back. And of course, using a health box wouldn't be too shabby at this point. Remember, she can dip herself in the lava at that point for some reason. Let's run and jump over here. And finally pull ourselves up over to the area where we'll find the air jump. Over here in the corner. Let me save my game because I'm actually pretty close to being done here. Alright, let's do the air jump thing. And let's go across all these bridges. And there's the Sword of Azazel down there at the end of the corridor, which is awesome. Which is what we came here for. And now we have, after we pick that up, we'll have 2 Swords of Azazel, so that's cool. Now, if you remember, there's 3 statues, so we do actually need 3 Swords of Azazel. But we'll get into that whole mess here in a little bit. As soon as we pick up the Sword of Azazel, this door will open for us and we can enter this room. If you take a look around, there's a couple of things to note. There are 2 openings up there. Okay, those are the only openings that you'll find on the walls, but you'll see that there's a bunch of stuff that you can climb on in here, and so that's what we're going to do. What we need to do to get up started on this whole thing is we need to find this slope right here, and just jump toward it, hold the jump button, and then at the after the second slope, hold the action button. And now let's jump off backwards from here to grab this ledge. And we'll shimmy to the left and we'll find this ladder. Now we need to jump. Make sure she doesn't get her footing and press the jump button and forward button and then she'll jump up. Okay, she won't do that if she has her footing. Now let her get her footing so that way you can do the ladder to monkey bar switch and swing over to about here. And then there is the last crystal piece we need in order to get more life. So we'll bring our life total to, I believe, 85% with this. So let's jump in here and claim the thing. I'm not sure if it's 85%. Check the description. I'll have the right number written in there. Tell you exactly how much life you have. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to get back. Or at least we need to continue on. Instead of jumping backwards from here, you could have jumped straight up to grab this ledge. And this is the proper way to go to get out of here. Now you want to shimmy all the way to the end here on this ledge right here. Right to this tile here, then jump off backwards to find this tile. And now you might want to consider saving your game because this jump's kind of tricky. I'm going to go ahead and do it. You want to jump off backwards, you're going to land on a slope. You want to jump at the end of the slope and grab this wall. And then shimmy to the right to complete the traverse that we need to do. We'll come up in here and we'll find another crystal, so we should have this should be like the 9th crystal piece out of the 12 that we need. So that's everything that we need in this area. There are a couple areas here to the sides near this glider, but there's nothing in them, so just ignore them. And then let's get on the glider. It's going to take us all the way back to the beginning of this section, kind of where we want to be anyway, right? And then we can go place our Sword of Azazel into the statues. But I'm going to save that for the next video, ladies and gentlemen. I am badassgamez. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.